Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fatina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, I'm going to be wrapping up my team project pan for 2021. I think this will be my first video of 2022. So if that is the case, then Happy New Year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas and New Year's. I don't think there's any other like housekeeping business that I need to talk about, but this is my team project pan finale for 2021. I am going to be doing this project again in the new year. I'm very excited. I'm thinking I might structure this year's team project pan a little bit differently than I did last year, just to get a little bit more rotation through my collection. So I will let you know all the details of that when I do my intro. But if this is your first time on my channel, I hope you would consider subscribing down below if you do enjoy this video and want to keep up to date on all my future videos in 2022. And with that all being said, let's jump on in to the finale and see how I went in December on my products that are in this project. I did actually manage to use up, I think, another 3 items. Yes, I think four. I managed to use up another 4 items in December. As per usual, I'm going to follow through on my spreadsheet. Otherwise, I always forget something if I don't follow through on my spreadsheet. But that means the first product that I'm going to show you is actually an empty, and that is my CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I actually finished this yesterday, which was New Year's Eve. I got the last use out of it. I scraped this guy bone dry. You can kind of see all like the scrape marks on the bottom there and all the windows around the side. Wasn't the easiest to get the last little bit out, but I did manage to get this one finished. Having this one complete means that all the foundations in my collection were purchased in the last month. So I'm very happy and proud of myself that I did manage to completely clean out my foundation collection, and I'm starting afresh for 2022. Very excited by that fact, the fact that I am finally getting to try out some new foundations on the market. I have been panning my foundation collection for 2 years now, and it has been like 1 year and 11 months since I last purchased a foundation. In November and December, I did purchase two new foundations and 1 skin tint. For the next one is another complexion product. This is my Oma Stay Work Concealer. I was working on this for I think 3 months. So I rolled this in brand new because it was the only concealer I had in my collection. I now have, I think, 3 concealers in my collection, so I've gone a little bit ham. But again, my concealers, this is probably all the concealers I have in my collection at the moment were purchased in the last 2 to 3 months. So they're all very new. They're all within their shelf life. They're not old or anything like that. So very happy. Oh, I forgot to say, I did use 1.03 grams of this last month. And I think there's 5 ml in this one. So since rolling it in, I've used up almost just under 2 grams of this one. So it's going to be a good couple of months before I get that one completely finished. I might give this one a break and roll in a different concealer, come back to this one maybe in the second quarter. I'm not quite sure. Then we have my NARS Laguna bronzer, and I knew I wasn't going to have this one finished by the end of the year, but I did set myself a goal of clearing out one of the corners, and I managed to do that. So last month it was looking similar to this on this side, and I wanted to have it down to here. So I did clean that corner out. And after filming this update, I do really want to repress this one, because like all along the edges here, it's starting to get really flaky. And when I put my brush in there, I get like a lot of chunks coming up. So because it's getting so thin along the edges there, I am going to repress it, and hopefully that will make it a little bit easier to pick up on my brush. Going from having this like no pan at all to this much pan in the 1 year, I am very happy with my progress this year. So this is going to be one that is featured in my repressing video very shortly. I think I'm going to film that one after I film this one. And that one went from 61.33 grams down to 60.9. So I used, 0.6 of a gram, something like that. Something like that. I'm not the best on maths. Then we move down to my eyebrow product, and I am working on my Benefit Brow. I did, again, this month mix this up and add a drop or two of Duraline in there. So it is kind of working again, but I think that's going to be how I proceed for the foreseeable future, because it is like drying out. So I have to kind of reactivate it every month or so. Or I could just throw it on the floor. It's fine. So I do have to reactivate it like every month or other month. I think I would like to have a bit of a break on this one. So for the start of the year, I might jump to maybe one of my pencils that I have, or maybe I think I have a brow powder as well in my collection. So I might maybe jump to that at the start of the year and come back to this. I just maybe like a little bit of a break on this one. We'll see. I haven't really decided yet, but I think I might give myself just a little bit of a break on that one. The next product is my Hourglass Confession lipstick. This is in my handbag downstairs, so I'm gonna have to go get that. But spoiler alert, I didn't get this one finished. I kind of gave up on it. So this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to try and finish up in 2022. There's not that much left on it, but I just gave up. So I am a little bit annoyed at myself for giving up on this one, because I only have like this quite small little amount at the end here left. But there was a time during this past month that I just wasn't really enjoying this. So I was reaching for other lipsticks and I wanted to play around with my lipsticks a little bit. So I just kind of abandoned this one, and I will come back to it. I promise I'll come back to it, because there's only such a small amount left on it. It just feels like it's a shame to give up on it. Definitely would like to have that one done in 2022, because I've been working on it for a couple of months now. Then we have skincare, and I rolled this one in, I think it was October. I think I rolled this one in, and this is the Sanctuary Spa 5-minute thermal detox mask, and I did manage to get this one done this month. I finished it, I think last week or the week before, but as you can see, it's all finished. So that's another mask out of my collection. This means I used up, I think, 5 masks this year in this project, which is very, very good. I am hoping to continue that into 2022. I have a few other masks that I would really like to use up, and I would really like to again try some new masks. I have some that have been kicking around in my collection for quite a while, so I would like to clear the deck and be able to start again and get something brand new to try. Moving on to nail polishes, and I didn't get any nail polishes finished before the end of the year, but I only have quite a small amount on my nail polish color, so we'll get to that one shortly. But my Essie base coat, I used 0.2 of a gram on this one. So it is sitting about halfway still where that bottom black line is. I haven't really made any more progress on it from that. And then my Essie base coat, I used 0.49 of a gram. And again, you know, it is still hasn't really budged from this line here. This one is basically full, so I think it's going to take me a very long time to get through. I don't think this is a spectacular top coat, but it does leave a nice finish on the nail. I'm just not a big fan of the brush. I find the brush is already starting to kind of dry out a bit. It almost gets a little bit clumpy and leaves chunks on my nails. And then the last one is my Essie nail polish color in Bobbing for Baubles. A little bit annoyed at myself that I didn't get this one done, because I think I'm down to, you're not going to be able to see very well, but I think I'm down to like the tiniest little bit left in the bottle. So only quite a small amount left. I'm a little bit annoyed at myself that I didn't get it done. Maybe if I paint my nails another once or twice, I might have it completely finished. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. I should have painted my nails before filming this, but I didn't feel like it. So that will be probably an easy little win at some point next year. But in terms of nail polishes, I did manage to get 4 used up anyway this year, and I normally try and get at least 4 nail polish products used up every year. So I met that goal like way back really early at the start of the year, around June, May, June. I think I met that goal. So the last half of the year was pretty cruisy because I'd already met my like major goal. Fragrances, I was working on the last two perfumes from my Velour Absolute trio. So I was working on, I think it was Joy Eclat. I only had a tiny little bit left on this one. As you can see by that line at the bottom, that's where I was last month. And then I didn't think that I would get the other one done, which is Harmony, but I managed to get this one done, I think maybe like halfway through December. So since then, I've been just working on my little mini perfume samples just to give myself a little bit of a break, try and clear out some samples out of my collection. So for the last couple of weeks now, in terms of perfume that I've been wearing like daily and to go out and stuff, I have just been purely working on little samples. Last but not least is my hair care items. So starting off with my Lush No Dry shampoo. I only used 0.03 of a gram of this one. I don't know what I was doing. I must have just been sprinkling it in my hair or something. But I'm finishing the year with it down to about here. I haven't marked this, but it is down to about here. So I'd say I probably have a third of the bottle left going into the new year. And I'm hoping that I can get this one done next year. This product takes me forever to get through just because it does leave quite a strong white cast when I use it. So I can only use kind of like a small amount at a time. But I think I've made really good progress with this year. So I'm hoping that maybe I can get it done. My Wave spray, and I was really hoping that I would get this one done. But again, this is another product that I kind of just gave up on halfway through December. There was a few products halfway through December. I was like, I've had enough. I've had enough and I just want to play with other stuff in my collection. This was one that I was just kind of like, I've had enough and I couldn't be bothered trying anymore. And there's my Wave spray. I did make a little bit of progress. I used like 6.5 grams of this, so I still made some progress, but there is still that little bit of product left in the bottom there. So I don't know whether I will rotate this into a project next year or whether I'll just try and use it in my collection. But this one I've made a heck of a lot of progress on this one this year, from up here all the way down to here. It's been a long endeavor, but I am getting so incredibly close to having this one finished. And then the next one, which I thought that I would have finished, is my Living Proof Instant Defrizz Dry Conditioning Spray. It sounds like there is nothing left in this product, but I used it on my hair today and it keeps coming out. So I think, again, this one is getting extremely close to being finished. I wouldn't mind betting that this might be in my like first empties of 2022. So we'll see how much longer I can get out of this one, but I do feel like it is getting very close to being finished. There's like nothing in there. I don't know whether you can hear it, but when I shake it, it doesn't like move around like it used to. And then the last one that I have to update you on is my Davines Curl Building Serum. I went from 194.27 grams down to 187.98 grams. So I used about like 6 grams of this one this past month. So I think I've like laid a little bit of a good foundation for when this gets rotated in 2022. I think in terms of these hair care products, I don't know whether I will rotate these two in at all into a project. If you would like to continue to be updated on the progress on these two, let me know and I would happily like rotate them into my team project pan for 2022. If you don't really give a shit, then also let me know, because I'll just, you know, use them in my collection and update you when they are in empties. But if you want to continue on the journey with me and be updated every month on these two, let me know and I'll continue to include them in my team project pan for 2022. In this project this year, I managed to use up 35 items. There were also some goals that I managed to meet on items. So for example, I managed to hit pan on my Nars Laguna. I also managed to hit pan on both of the pans in my Stilo Duo. And I also managed to hit pan in the highlighter on my Sleek Contour Face Kit. So I managed to hit, what was that, 4 pans as well as the 35 items. I didn't do as well this year as I have done in previous years. Normally I try and aim to get at least 50 items used up in this project alone, But because I had a lot of tricky, larger items this year in this project, it was a little bit more difficult for me to reach that goal. So I'm still very happy with the end result of this project. I still managed to get a lot of things out of my collection. I managed to completely clean out my foundation collection and start that afresh. I managed to completely clear out my concealer collection and start afresh. That's it for my finale for my 2021 team project pan. Let me know down in the comments box how you went on any products that you are focusing on this year, and also let me know your thoughts on whether you want to see the hair care items again in next year's project. While you're down in the comments, if you did enjoy this video, I hope you would give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Also, if you did enjoy this video and you want to keep up to date on all my project pans that I am going to be starting this year, I hope you consider subscribing down below. That's it for this video, beautiful. I hope that you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope that you're having an amazing start to your new year, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, beautiful.